Deathcraft in 10 minutes and 39 seconds. A few days ago, a player named Axes had beaten my 1241 with an 1153. This is an incredible feat, but it's not surprising considering Axes is a very skilled runner. He's done live events, he's held multiple records, and he's, like, very recently, I would say, he had beaten a record in main campaigns that had been, like, held up for 3 years. So me attempting to verse Axes would be nearly impossible. Just an uphill battle. The differences in our skill is very visible. But because of great RNG and a crazy skip I had found in Nether Fortress, I managed to get a full minute ahead. A minute and 13 seconds ahead, I believe. So typically in the first level town, I would go into this building to look for a pipe bomb. But because a fallen survivor already had one, I managed to get a pipe bomb early, so I don't have to burn time looking for one. So now I can just quickly run off into Lava Lake Ravine without being swarmed by hordes or burning a lot of time trying to deal with the commons. Because the common RNG in the first town is horrendous. So now I am 2 seconds ahead of Axe's run. Here in the beginning of LLR, Lava Lake Ravine, we're going to be performing Ravine Skip. Other runners, they typically do 3 B-hops to build speed to just jump over the chasm. Me, I don't have a lot of faith in myself to do that. In fact, I've only managed to pull it off once, and that was a very drastic measure. But here, I usually just throw a pipe bomb down to catch myself. I've done it enough times that I can just do it naturally without having to do like the jump setups. I still do the jump setups just to be safe. Especially when it's a very rare occurrence for me to be 2 seconds ahead to Green Town. That is very, very rare for me. So going into LLR, I am a little bit nervous, especially with this was a pretty slow TNT room carrying on. I do have a adrenaline to negate some of the time loss there, but still, because of more sloppy gameplay and just bad spawns, I would say, I am a little slow here. So from here on, after town, I am essentially looking for a bile bomb. Why am I looking for a bile bomb? It is for the skip in Nether Fortress. It is basically the only way to do the skip. And it's a pretty RNG based skip as well. So there's not a lot in our favor in terms of doing this skip. Every time I attempt this skip, it is a huge gamble. Because not only am I dealing with the RNG of these first 3 levels, but I'm also at the mercy of the RNG of Nether Fortress. Thankfully, I do have a pretty good LLR. It's a good LLR. It's a great RNG here, but I just play very sloppily. I am 6 seconds ahead though, but that's not saying much, especially with the RNG that I just had. If I had played a lot more cleaner, I probably could have gotten a 210 maybe, 210 segment. And Stronghold is another super quick level, but it's also one that you can lose a lot of time here as well. It's super fast. If you do it if you have a great Stronghold run, you can actually beat this in a minute and 14 seconds, possibly even faster. But it's also a level that if you have bad RNG, you could lose like 10, 20 seconds in. But as you saw earlier, I did get a bile bomb, which is needed. But I did lose some time getting here. I also fail many of the B-hops I attempt in this level. Typically I would do B-hops off of the stairway into the water because the water does have an effect that slows you down. And I should have grabbed the shovel, which for me is the Sayori pan. Because I didn't grab the Sayori pan, I probably did gain a lot of bad luck here.
That's right.
But regardless of the negatives I have towards this run, I do enter Nether Fortress 9 seconds ahead, almost 10 seconds ahead. But before we do the big trick I've been talking about, we're going to be doing a little bit of setup. We're going to be downing the bots immediately, double tapping them, and then exiting the safe room. We're going to be going to a part where the ceiling is 2 blocks tall. And yes, I do use the command third person shoulder. To me, it doesn't really matter because I'm not submitting this. This is not a real category in the first place. This is just for fun, and it's just a way to make this whole process just whole much more faster. We clip the camera out of bounds to check whether or not the stone spawns here. If the stone spawns there, that is good news. That means we can now do this trick as fast as possible. If the stone is there, that means we can now do silent route. Silent route is basically using pigmen and the stone to access an area we usually can't this early. Its name has 2 meanings. It's named after the player who found it, and it's just silent because you avoid a trigger that spawns indefinite hordes. Unfortunately, I do perform this a little sloppily just because of the pigmen do get in the way. And there's a hunter and charger that scare me, so unfortunately it is very slow and I do lose a bunch of time because of it. In fact, I believe I lose all the 10 seconds I've obtained up until this point. It doesn't matter because it's still much faster than going the regular route and much safer. But as I'm about to perform the trick, a tank spawns there. So now I do have to go up this ladder to wait for it to despawn, which is a massive loss in time. As soon as it dies, I jump down here and we throw this bile bomb that we've been trying to look for this entire time under the sign here. The lava wall has this property where it pushes you away from it, but exploiting that, we can essentially push ourselves onto one of the commons, one of the pigmen, and jump onto the sign. From the sign, we do a tight jump onto this torch, and then we just boost ourselves up into this typically inaccessible area. And just like that, we drop down and we go to the safe room. This entire trick is incredibly RNG based. You are hoping everything leading up to it is in your favor, and you hope everything in Nether Fortress is in your favor. And now after this, we're going to pray for a bile bomb. A bile bomb can spawn in 5 different locations, but the best location that we hope is right beside the radio.
Guys, where are you?
Help me!
Hey guys, I think we're almost there.
And what do you have it? It's right there. And I get so excited that I literally start spinning the mouse around because I basically now know this is basically confirmation that this is it. This is a sub 11 run. I've been grinding this for 3 days. And this is the first run that actually managed to get into Mycelium Island. I could have gotten to Mycelium Island earlier, but I wanted to make sure that I had gotten a sub 10. That I had gotten a good run, and this was a fantastic run. The RNG in this was exceptional. But I just wish I had taken better advantage of it when I had the opportunity to. Because I lost massive amounts of time in LLR and Stronghold, especially considering the RNG that I had. And because of that, it does make the margin to perform that trick much larger, just because of how slow I was. So while I am very proud of this, this is an exceptional run, considering everything. I just thought it was very messy. I am happy with this, but not as happy as I could have been. So now for the rest of the run, we're just gonna be waiting around again. I really don't have too much more to say. I feel like I could, as you can see from my some of best segments, a sub 10 is definitely possible. It's sub 10. And it's crazy that in the span of just like 3 weeks, this run has gone from what? Goku's 1525 to now potentially a sub 10. It's almost insane just how much progress has been made in this run in just a matter of weeks. It's honestly truly incredible. It was pretty interesting to see like the few different runners attempt this in the first place. And as proud as I am to be a part of this run, it's unfortunate that the run is getting so tight like this, which means that the opportunity for me to get another PB is becoming extremely unlikely. From beyond this point, will I be able to beat this run? I don't know. I really don't know. But regardless, this is a 1039, a sub 11, with potentials of a sub 10 just in the horizon.